We're waking up the PowerPoint. There we go. Welcome. So glad that you're here. We appreciate all of you being here. We appreciate our sponsor, Missouri Life Magazine. We're going to hear a little bit more from them in a few minutes. We have a few folks joining us on Zoom. And we asked them, we know the housekeeping rules for Zoom. Stay muted. You can unmute to introduce yourself or to ask questions, but other than that, and don't record anything for the purposes. We're going to go introductions, and with a group this big, it's hard to do, but I still think it's important for us to just do a quick round robin, say your name and your business so everybody can see who's in the room. So, you want to go ahead and start?
Avery Reardon, Homestead.
Don Keeper, the Callaway County.
Evan Wood, Missouri Life Magazine.
Melinda Jennings, Salvation Army. Lauren Stoll, Salt Pepper. Terry Doctorine, Carson Nelson. Missy Bono, Jefferson City Regional Economic Partnership.
Greg Martin, Apples Construction.
Carrie Spicer, Undergrowth State Group.
Frank Reisig, Eden Rotary.
Green Bryant, Jefferson Bay.
Paul Sampson, JC Rec.
Ron Fitzwater, City of Dover. Jonathan Lorenz, Hayward, Missouri.
Jordan Rachel, Magnolia Dance Studio.
Gary Plummer with the Chamber.
Julie Smith, News Tribune. Natalie, News Tribune.
Nicole Shepard, Fleet Feet.
Clyde Lear, retired.
Stella Leonard, Choices for People Center. Brittany Whittington, Choices for People Center.
Mike Lester, City Council Ward 2.
Brandon Korsmeyer Fire Protection.
Jackie Kolb, Coleman Associates.
Curtis Go, the Architects Alliance.
Claire Dinkle, Huber Associates. Renee Tinkle, Central Bank.
Kim Ross, Central Bank.
Jim Logan, retired.
Jeff Jones, Central Bank.
Sarah Hodapp, Central Bank. Andy Craig, Central Bank.
Iowa Presbury, Hope for Caribbean Kids, Inc.
Leslie Kearns, Hope for Caribbean Kids, Inc.
Adrian Heckman, Central Bank. Beth Cowgill, not Central Bank. Conservation Federation of Missouri.
Bob Penwell, retired. Michael Love, First Mid-Bank and Trust Mortgage, and Mid-Missouri Referral Alliance. Dan Basil, retired.
Deb Bushman, Holland Green Chiropractic.
Stu Murphy, retired.
John Smallwood, Vision Works Working Group.
Virginia Steiner, Coast Builders.
Jeremy Higby, High Anti-Aging Wellness.
Bobby Yeagers, Actuarial and Predictive Analytics Solutions.
Katrina Tennant, Central Bank.
Jen Rogers, not Central Bank. The Virtual Podcast School. Good morning.
Matthew Brooks, Midmo Tours.
Ashley Temming with the Chamber. Lori Pitts with the Chamber.
Larry Cobb, Cobb Properties.
On the inside?
Aurora Dean with Appointed Hispanic Ministry.
Brad Meyer, Google Fiber.
Darcy Crane, Capital City Court Appointed Special Advocates.
Gary Olson, Jefferson City Renegades Baseball.
Peyton Olson, Jefferson City Renegades.
No relation.
Joined us. We're introducing ourselves.
Kim myself with Remax.
Okay. Anybody else in the room? Okay. Anybody online want to unmute quickly and introduce yourself? We have 18. Let's go quick.
Samantha Rush with MRA Construction.
Sorry, guys.
Paula Benny, CNS Employment Solutions.
Jason Ockey.
Vicki Culpepper, UCP Heartland.
Terry Rackers, formerly Central Bank, but retired.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Anybody else before we move on?
Kevin Fick, Central Bank.
Okay. Okay. All righty. We had a new member welcome this morning. Some of you were there. I welcome you new members that were able to stay and be here. You can see the list there, and I'm going to maybe try and read it here. Actual and predictive analysis, which is here. I don't know if I said that as long as you did. Area destinations travel, dream vacations, common ground community building, Dan Basel, home instead, high anti-aging, blue green irrigation services, and the virtual podcast. So we had quite a few off of our list that were here. Glad that you guys could be here. Now I'm going to turn it over to Evan, and he's going to tell us a little about Missouri Life Magazine.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Evan Wood. I'm with Missouri Life Magazine. Missouri Life magazine's been around since 1973, but we're kind of a family business. My parents actually sort of revived the magazine in 1999, started running it out of the basement of my childhood home. My first job was stuffing envelopes and taking out the trash, and I've kind of been working in one capacity or another with the magazine ever since then. So we are the largest paid circulation magazine in the state. That's just sort of a fancy way of saying, like, most of the copies of the magazine that we send out go to people who have subscriptions. Some other magazines, are free distribution or distributed in other ways, but that's kind of our main distribution. We're also on newsstands in different places around the state. And we've also published a ton of books and guides about the state, including one about Missouri's state parks and historic sites that we did in partnership with the Missouri Parks Association. That will be the door prize today. So whoever the lucky winner is will get a copy of that. So yeah, basically we're here to kind of show Missourians what they've got in their own backyard. That's really what we exist to do. We want people to connect with the state more and just kind of be able to discover all the amazing things, that make this place great. Of interest, to a group like this, I imagine would be also our audience. So that's another thing that we exist to do, is help advertisers reach our audience. Our audience is statewide. This map's actually a little out of date. We have subscribers in every county in the state of Missouri, and weirdly enough, every state in the country except for New Hampshire. Our average age is 55, but you can see this is kind of our sweet spot here, that sort of 35 to 65 range. Our readers are mostly female by a margin of about 62 to 38%. A lot of college graduates, average household income of about 150,000. So it's kind of an interesting group, and they really like to travel, and they love to find out more about what they can see and do around the state. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to reach these people and sort of make them your customers as well. So if you want to know more about that, you can find me after. I've got cards. You can also go to MissouriLife.com, request a media kit. There's much more detailed information about our audience there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. The other thing I'll say though is we're always looking for story ideas. So if there's something that we need to cover that you know about that's going on, a person something in your community, please get in touch. Let us know. We're always looking for more story ideas, and we can't be in every part of the state at once, unfortunately. So yeah. Story ideas, advertising queries, find me after. Thanks.
Anybody have any questions?
Oh, okay, great. Oh, and I'll also say, if you didn't get a copy of the magazine, I have 2 left, so come find me after.
We're a big group today, so yeah.
Okay, let's see. Looks like our winner is going to be Aurora Gulen. Nice.
I want to do a photo op of you guys. We'll do next thing. How about afterward? Okay. Is that right? Don't run away. It's great that we're so crowded, but it kind of logistics are a little tough. Okay, I want to thank our other sponsor, Cumulus Media. I'm not sure that anyone's here from there, but when you do Chamber Connection sponsorship, you also get promoted on their stations. Rochelle will get with you and get a promotion ad put together, so we appreciate your sponsorship. When some other events I'm going to tell you about quickly for networking. On the 3rd Thursday, we have Chamber Connections. This is where you bring your business cards, you visit a different chamber member restaurant or bar, we have a business host. So next week, February 19th, from 4 to 5:30 downtown at Kolb Frozen Liqueurs. The business sponsor is Multiply Credit Union. And of course, we always work with Zimmer Radio Group on that. They help us promote that. So I hope that you have opportunity to attend Chamber Connections. Another opportunity for you to network, make business connections is what we call speed leads. We have it every other month. You come, you exchange business cards. We actually have a little fun competition to see who collects the most business cards. And then you stand up and you get 1 minute to give your pitch, announcement. It may be something you're doing in the community, a volunteer thing. It might be a new service or product. But that's on the 24th from 8 until 9 at Mel's. We have another big member mixer coming up. It's kind of like a Chamber Connections on steroids, I say. It's at Strikers. It's on the 26th, and this is an opportunity for you to bowl with maybe your team members. We have bingo and blackjack and golf simulators. So you come and you network, we have food and a drink ticket, and then you get raffle tickets, and then you use those raffle tickets to win prizes that your chamber member friends have donated. So you get to learn about chamber member because they've donated a prize. And there's a flyer around here, yellow. You'll see we have a lot of prize sponsors, and we have a lot of sponsors too. We really appreciate them for helping us with that event. So, the Women's Symposium, Lori, you want to talk about that?
Yes, Women's Symposium is on March 18th. It is going to be a fun-filled, packed day, informative. We have Dr. Casey Lacey as our keynote speaker. The doors open at 7:30, but the program will actually start at 8:30. There's lots of networking, lots of food and snacks. Put it on your calendar, it's a great day.
Okay. I wanted to just kind of do a save the date. May 7th is the Chamber Barbecue. It's the Chamber's biggest networking event of the year. We had one committee meeting, and we would love to get some more committee volunteers. That was actually an agenda item we had. We need to reach out and see if some people want to join us in our efforts. You meet once a week, late in the afternoon, and help us plan that event. So it's May 7th at the Capitol Bluff. The co-chaired are Kim Buckner and Joey O'Connor. They would love to have you join our committee. So put that on your calendar. City update. Mayor, would you like to do that?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It's great to be with you. I hope you see a lot of things going on in the capital city. And Gary's over there. A couple of years ago, I made a comment that we were open for business and we were looking for development in the community. I think after you hear Larry's presentation, you guys took us up on that challenge. There's a lot of exciting things going on in this community, much because of the people in this room. I'll give a compliment to our staff at City Hall. We are working in very hard. There's a lot of things going on, so I appreciate Brian and his team, and they've kind of jumped in and helping us grow this community. You see activity going on our upcoming conference center project. We're working very diligently to pull that project together. Hopefully it hasn't caused too much inconvenience downtown. Someone made the comment the other day at a meeting that cities that don't have a parking problem wish they did. And it just means there's vibrancy and there's action in our downtown. We're starting to see school buses come back with the kids from other places and to visit their capital city. And we love guests here. We obviously love our local citizens, and we're trying to address the issues downtown. Please continue to work with us. We understand it's a challenge. Tuesday through Thursday are really challenging days, but we are working on it. There's some exciting things coming. You see buildings going on all over town. And again, I'm not going to steal Larry's thunder. He's going to kind of walk you through that. Thank you for what this organization does for our community. And Gary, thank you. I mean, you guys have stepped up and taken the challenge, and we've got housing projects going. We've got all kinds of developments. So thank you for what you do for us.
All right. And for our program, Gary, you want to do an introduction?
Well,
Or this
I've known Larry Cobb for about 40 years. He and I were in grade school together, right? I've seen him do this presentation he did for the Cole County Communities Committee about a week ago, and I think he's scheduled to do it again. But Larry always does a great job of pulling this together, and I know he appreciates Lori Fitz's assistance to do that as well. So you can tell by the turnout this morning, Larry, that people are ready to get excited about everything positive that's going on in the community. So I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, perfect timing, because I think the microphone's coming back.
Hopefully. Little lesson in technology. It worked fine. This morning you heard me make an announcement. It works fine. And then for some reason, doesn't want to. And, let's see. No, it's in this unit, I'll be darned. Larry, you're gonna have to talk loud, sorry.
Okay. I do speak softly, so if I don't speak up, somebody in the back, wave your hand, tell me to speak up, please do so. Thank you for allowing me to do this. There's been a lot of action going on in Jefferson City. This past year, in the last 4 or 5 years, we've had not very much going on, and I'm really excited about what's going on in 2026. I think you're going to be surprised at how much there is. I want to start with the beautiful capital Missouri. I don't think any funds will happen in 2026, but hopefully the legislators will agree to do something to move forward on the $600 to $700 million interior renovations in the future. The block down is the Jefferson Building. There are 11 floors there, and the state has started remodeling each floor at a total cost of $37 million. They plan to have all the floors renovated in 2026. Up the street, a block down, up the street. Up the street, as we talked about the conference center. This is the final artist rendering of the conference center on Capitol Avenue. And as the mayor said, hopefully we're going to see something start, finalize and get started in 2026. On East Capitol, this property is being transferred into a European Midwestern cultural dining restaurant. They actually opened last week. If you haven't been inside of it, it is gorgeous. I think it's going to be a very great asset. That's called Matriarch Chip. And this is a property that's next door to that, and that's done by Shane Campeter. He's redoing the restaurant, and he redid this, and they've already got that leased up, and he's going to be doing more projects on Capitol Avenue. This, of course, is the old Bush Funeral Home. The Missouri Association of Counties have purchased that. They've gutted it out, and they're going to be spending $4.5 to $5 million redoing it, and they're starting on it now. This is across the street. This is the Missouri Chamber of Commerce. You can't see anything going on, but they are going to totally redo the interior of their building at several $1 million. Talking to Ken yesterday, and they're going to be redoing their conference room. It's kind of like a theater style, and it's going to hold up to about 150 people for meetings. This is a block farther down the street on Marshall Street. There's 31 units that are being redone. They should be completed in 2026. They are going to have, they're going to rent from between $850 to $1,850 a month. This is on down Chestnut Street. You can see it's very wide up here at the beginning, and they are in the process of widening that all the way down to the railroad tracks because of the state lab that's being built and other projects going on. This is the state lab that's being built, and that is going to be, that's a $183 million project the state's doing, 200,000 square foot. They're going to be moving 5 state agencies into that building, and they plan to have that completed in 2026. Across the street is the city doing their farmers market. All of these pictures were taken, most of them were taken in October when I started this, so this is very outdated. It's a lot further along now. That's going to be great to finally have a farmers market that know what's going to be there, when it's going to be there, when it's going to be open. They're also putting in hookups for food trucks, which should be pretty interesting. Behind the two lab buildings is the former shoe factory, and the state of Missouri has purchased that building. Architectural drawings are being made, and funding will be pursued in the 2026 legislative session. And they plan to have this historical completion done by 2029. Lincoln University. This is their new building that's being built, 40,000 square foot. Excuse me. And this is a $45 million project, and this will be used for the nursing and law enforcement programs. This is out east, out by Oscars, and this is a plan that was approved by the Missouri Housing Development Corporation, and that's going to be a 48 unit complex, and they are been through at the city of planning stages now, and they're going to break ground this summer. These are going to be affordable, workforce affordable housing in that $550 to $850 range. And this is on Elm Street. This is right behind Hawthorne Bank off of Eastland. These are going to be fourplexes done by New Horizons. And this is going to be for special needs families. They're all one bedroom, one bath units. And that's going to break ground this summer also. This is over to Elias. This is a $30 million project, and the field house has been completed, and this house is going to have on one floor the archery program, one floor is the weight room, and one floor is the for the wrestling. So they're not going to have to go into the gym all the time, tear things down, put it back together. And then next is, that's a picture of the performing arts. That's going to be an 1,100 seats auditorium for performing arts. Great addition. This is down Tanner Bridge Road, and Jared Green is doing this project. He started it in late 2025. We've already got 5 houses going up there. And this is just another part of the workforce development. The city and JC Rep and everybody's been working on getting housing. Good affordable startup homes. Got the wrong slide. Show you. This is across the street from the credit union, or across the street from Taco Bell. You see the steel going up now. They call this the Missouri Credit Union, but their new name is Multiply Credit Union. Two credit unions have merged. And this is an artist rendering of what it's going to look like. Very modern. That's the front entrance, kind of looking over to Schulte's store. That's the interior look. It's going to be a 3-story building, very nice, several $1 million project. This is on Christie Boulevard, former Frontier building. They are in the process of adding on a 20,000 square foot building, almost doubling the size of their space they have now. They plan to have that hopefully completed by late 26, maybe early 27. Here's an interesting one. This is the former Burger King building on Christie Boulevard, and there's a lot behind it. Both of those have been bought by Drury Automotive, but either this building or on the lot next to it is going to be Parlor Donuts. A new franchise coming to Jeff City. And I would not be surprised that every time you get pick up your car at Journey, you're probably gonna get a donut. But it's glad to see that building get redone. And whichever lot goes to the Parlor Donuts, the other one, Journey's gonna put in, add another used car lot. Down the street, can't say enough about this, is the sports complex next door to this Special Olympics. That is all complete now, except for the parking and different things. What's amazing here is I was talking to a board member, and they already have scheduled starting in March over 34 tournaments with several hundred people. So it's almost every week. What's going to happen in 2026. Great position. This is out on Route C and CC. That store has already opened. That's the DG Market, Dollar General expanded version. And in the city process right now, the people that own the lot next door to that are going through the process. It's probably going to be a convenience store to start up out there in 2026. This is about 2 blocks down the street. This is Dave Burke subdivision, 26 units, or 26 lots. And they are already, they've got one house completed, they've got 5 under contract are started, and these are in that 400 plus range, but Dave Burke does a very nice job. This is on out Route C. It started last year. McBride Builders out of St. Louis has 80 acres under contract out here, and they were at City Council last night. They were going to be doing 230 homes in here, but after they did their technology reports about the land and everything, they found out Jeff City has a lot of rock. So they are downsizing the project from 230 to 140 units, and it's going to be a lot of green space. This is an idea of some of their houses. They have 1 story, 1.5, and 2 story units, and variable. Nothing's going to look the same. Really excited. They plan on starting on infrastructure in 2026. This is a very interesting. If you haven't driven out to the fairgrounds lately, out that way, this is the old Polite building. The state of Missouri has decided in 2024 that they're going to move all of their warehouses around the state into Jefferson City. They got 14 different locations around the state. They're moving everything here. This is a 100,000 square foot building. They are totally remodeling it right now, and they're going to move all of FEMA and all their equipment into this building. They're redoing the HVAC system and everything. Across the street from that is a 250,000 square foot building that the state also bought along with about 17, 18 acres. And they are redoing that building now. They've been leasing it for many, many years, but they have purchased it. And then on this pad out here in front is, and all those cars back there, those are fleet cars for the state of Missouri. And they're going to build a 30,000 square foot building there. And it's going to kind of act like an automotive building where they're going to check cars in and out for repairs and everything. So, and this is where in the future they're probably going to build another 100,000 to 200,000 square foot building. And this is Modine. Billy Day announced 3 or 4 months ago that they were going to gut their building and repurpose it to do chillers, to make chillers for data centers. This is about a $42 million project. They're gutting the building. They're going to add on 65,000 square foot. They have 185 employees, and they're going to keep all of them on staff. And when it's completed, they're going to add another 200 jobs. Great addition. This is right behind Modine. This is a 10-unit building that was just completed by Ryan Shrimp, and they're being leased up now. And across the street from that, and it's a lot further along now, it's actually building going up. But this is a 45-unit building that was approved by MHTC, 45 units, apartments, and they plan to be pretty close to completing 26. Another great project, a lot of housing. This is very interesting. This is Modine here. This is that 10-unit building I talked about. This is the 45. And this 22-acre site is going to be approximately 40 lots with 140 units on it. Duplexes and fourplexes. That's going to close in March or April, and they're going to start the infrastructure right after that. So probably 27 city building being built. But again, a great addition. I missed a slide in here, but on Fairgrounds Road, I just found out about this yesterday, the Special Learning Center. I saw some trucks out there, so I inquired about that. And I don't have all the details on it, but it's called here. High Roads to Education. And it's a program, they're over in Columbia, and they're a national company, and they do special teaching for really severe kids, and, handicapped and whatever. They basically, they're one-on-one, and they have leased the Special Learning Center from the city. And over in Columbia, they have about 47 teachers. They'll probably have at least 20 to 30 new teachers here. But they teach kids, it's almost on a one-on-one basis. So this is, I'm going to down Edgewood. If you haven't driven down Edgewood in the last 6 months, there's a lot going on. Nice drive this morning. This is Missouri Corn Growers on Edgewood. They are building their new headquarters, about a 10,000 square foot complex, and it's coming along very nice. This is again taken in October, and there's a lot of steel up already. This is the Roy Blunt Center for Healthcare Integration and Innovation. It will house the Missouri Primary Care Association and the Missouri Behavioral Health Council, and it's a 52,000 square foot building. Great design, and it's really nearing completion. That's in cars rendering what it's going to look like. Down the street from that is River Road Christian Academy. They bought this building last year, totally gutted it, renovated it. It opened for school in September last year. And they are in the process of adding a gymnasium, playground, and parking lot to that. This is another, there's two buildings here, across the street from each other. Again, this is Multiply Credit Union. This building has been totally renovated, and they're making this their drive-through area. And then this building where the drive-through was, they're gonna enclose that and make more offices there. And they plan to have all that done in 2026. They're also adding a large parking lot behind it. Down the street, we all know Wildwood Drive is now open and expanded, and that's going to be a great addition for future housing. The city has done a great job on and working with the county. Part of the half-cent sales tax has gone towards this project. And up at the other end of it is the roundabout, and that's open. But this is the exciting part of it. This is Wildwood Estates. If you drive down Wildwood now and look up on top of the hill, you'll see a big barn up there. 6 months ago, that was all woods. You can't even see that barn up there. And this is going to be a tremendous project. These are going to be villas. That's going to be a community center, a gated community center, pickleball courts and those types of things. And this is what they're going to look like. These are going to be pretty high-end type units. Going to be 140 units, 70 buildings. And in 2026, they've already started construction. You can't see it, but they're planning on having about 20 units done this year. This is down the corner of Creek Trail Drive across the street from Brickhouse Deli. This is Dr. Tudor bought this land and built his new office, and they opened there just a couple weeks ago. Here's a fun one, luxury toy boxes for RVs, cars, and toys. This is up on Creek Trail Drive, and it's really come along. They've got the concrete parking lot in now, but there are 7 units there, about 1,700 square foot apiece, where you can, and then on the interior, they're going to have back in the back, they're going to have a little kitchenette, bathroom, and up the steps, a little office building, whatever. So park your RVs, your cars, your toys in there. They're going to be condos and they're selling them. Coming soon, Sullivan Bank came into Jeff City about 2 years ago, and they're getting ready to build their new office as soon as spring gets here. This is across the street from where you go up to Menard, so it's going to be right on this corner here. And that's an artist rendering of it, good looking building. This is the interior looks of it. Now we're going to go out to Unilever, and Unilever has just been a tremendous corporate community for Jeff City. In the past couple of years, they have spent $83 million on a liquid IV plant that they brought to Jeff City and retained a lot of jobs for Unilever. And they also built a 30,000 a third-party ingredient plant for the liquid IV at a cost of $18 million. And they are currently building this, it's 90 foot tall, and that's a $27 million project. So in the last 3 or 4 years, they've invested $128 million and retained 521 jobs in Jeff City. Cherry Creek is getting ready to add onto their complex out there. They're going to build 2 28-unit buildings, 56 total units, and they keep their complex very nice, well done. And they're going to start infrastructure this summer, probably 2027, to start building. This is the Hawthorne Bank. It used to be their trust department up on Truman Boulevard in Amazonas. We just finalized a lease for that building. It's 26,000 square foot, and the company out of Mississippi, Young Williams, has got a contract with the state of Missouri, and they're gonna take over that building in March or April. Glad to see that, not just taken. This is on Rainbow Drive. I think this, right behind this is a Savannah subdivision that was approved. They're gonna have 122 houses in that subdivision. They plan on having about 22 units done in 2026. One of the entrances. So this is what they plan on getting done in 2026. This is a piece of ground, you don't know where it's at, but it's on Country Club Drive, but it's a small ridge. It's across the street from the Country Club, the 18th hole, so it sits right over here. And Danny Vaughn's gonna build he's gonna put a cul-de-sac street in there to build 6 nice houses. This is the old Red Lobster, and that has been sold to the Heavy Duty Operators Union, and they have gutted that building, and it looks a lot different already. But they plan to have that totally completed and moved in 2026. Capitol Mall, this was a Spirit Halloween that was used to be Joann's, and they've got a new lease coming in on that, and that's going to be already starting out with good stuff, cheap. Over to Wobbler Crossings, all the retail is totally full. Behind it, this building here is the bank. It went vacant about 6 months ago, and it's really glad to see that a new local bank is taking that over. And Legends Banking has just opened it. They opened up in there February 7th. And you can tell this is an old picture because that building's gone. That building was sold, and Hampton Express is being built there now. So that'll be done sometime this year. That, of course, is already open. This, in November, this really surprised me. I driving down the street and they were tearing everything down. This is the agriculture building, and that's a 17,000 square foot building. Yeah, right around that. But anyhow, they gutted this building. They moved all the people out in October. And they are gutting that building. It hasn't been renovated for 30, 40 years, and that's a $14 million project. And that's tearing the parking lot up and everything. Of course, this was taken in November, and that is totally different. And the building is going up, that's going to be Olive Garden. Ken Theroff made the announcement a month or so ago, as when he was president last year of the chamber, that he did something that nobody else before. We got Olive Garden.
I had a lot of comments about that. I'm still taking credit for it. Until I see his eyes.
Right up the street on St. Mary's, a few blocks back, don't have a slide on it, but the juvenile detention is going to be building their building and breaking ground, and that's another $14 million project, and they're going to break ground very shortly. Across the street from Patty Malone's is the Loggers building, and you really don't see much going on, but they are doing about $11 million project on that. They're adding onto it 3 stories, and we're going to add, they have 54 employees now, and they're going to have 84 as soon as this is done. One last slide here. This is what's happened in Jefferson City the last 3 years. J.C. Rep put this together, and then again, this is as of October, and saw a slide yesterday, but don't have it yet. But this is what we've been working on. In 2023, there were 17 building permits for 21 units, 23 permits, and as of October 25, there's 52 permits with 102 units. You can see here that in 2024, that's $4.5 million year to date. In October, 18.5 million. And the slide that was brought up to date yesterday showed that it was a total of $25 million in 25. Now, I would guess, have done some projections with all the housing units that I've shown, subdivision stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't get up to 50 to 60 million in 2026. So it shows, as the mayor was talking about, between J.C. Rep and housing and chamber, city, the board of realtors, different ones, a lot going on in the housing. All those slides total together about 900 units. So, that's all, folks.
Does anybody have any questions? I mean, is there one thing you left out? I'd be surprised, but maybe you know. The Salvation Army project? Oh, yeah, that's true, the Salvation Army.
Oh, yeah, Salvation Army.
Yeah.
We left a few slides out that we had yesterday.
Yeah,
Salvation Army.
We talked about it yesterday too, Special Olympics. We're going to be starting our back nine project behind the existing facility. That'll be probably in the next year or two. And that'll be a nice addition, pickleball courts and a big pavilion and probably a softball field.
And there's another one that has just started. They were getting bids on their addition, but Immaculate Conception is getting ready to do their first $20 million expansion, building a new school, and they are planning on starting that as soon as they up bids out right away. And the Salvation Army, that's a $10 million project somewhere around there, and that's started.
Is there a business going in where KFC used to be? I know they painted the building.
As of right now, it's still vacant. They just decided to take KC off of it, and it's for sale off of it.
Anything else? Okay. We're all almost out of time. If anyone has a quick member announcement that you want to make quickly for the good of the group, anybody? Oh, yeah.
Missouri Solar Applications, which is a member of the chamber, I don't have it that much. We offer to rural businesses free grant writing for 25% tax credit, or 25% grant. And we also, the administration still offers the 30% tax credit for solar. So any town 50,000 and under, which Jefferson City qualifies, can also get that benefit as well. But the rural areas will get the USDA, and we'll take care of the grant writing for you. So if you're interested, let me know.
Anybody else? Any other announcements around the room? Okay, well, thanks again for everybody being here, to our new members and players. And we'll see you next month, March 13th. Yeah.